Hey folks, my name is Ravish and welcome back to another video in the series of DevOps Resume Review Series. Alright, so I have two resumes with me today and I'm really sorry that I've not been uploading videos on this topic because I got busy with the other things, but I'll try my best to put more videos on this topic. Alright, so again, if you want me to review your resume, you can send me your resume at logicopslab@gmail.com. And I'd be giving that email ID under the description section. You can copy it from there and send me a Word file. Do not send me a PDF file because I do not want everyone to know your email ID, your name, your phone number, or your address if you have given in that. Alright, so before moving further in this video, I would like to request kindly subscribe the channel because it would really motivate me to create more content like this. Alright, so before starting this series, this video, I would like to request that if you do not like the stuff, whatever I'm telling over here, that can happen because this is my personal opinion. I'm not an industry expert, but it's just I have taken a lot of interviews, a lot of resumes I have gone through, and I've seen a pattern in which it looks good and what are the best things that I can tell about it. And if you don't like it, it's totally fine. It's your personal choice, and I'm just telling whatever I have learned in my experience in the last 10-11 years in the IT industry. So yeah, that would be all. So let's directly jump into the video. Okay, so this is the first resume that I am having. So the person that has given me has an initial of PD. I'm not telling the right name. So if you are watching this video, this is for you. All right, and this is kind of, first of all, the first thing that we check is number of pages. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, I guess 3 pages, right? Yeah, so here it is written 3 pages. So I can see 3 pages over here. The format is something like very crude. I am not kind of impressed with this. See, the line used over here is matching with E, but this thing, the phone number, is not up to the mark over here. So if you give a little space over here, it might go up to the mark, or use the whole page limit. Why is this space empty? So that's one thing. The second thing you need to notice that to have a growth oriented and challenging career in cloud DevOps, first of all, you need to know what is cloud, what is DevOps, what is cloud DevOps. So this is something that you need to know where I can effectively contribute. And the other thing is that nobody reads this. I mean, a person who is recruiting, a recruiter, have around 10 to 20 seconds to just look for keywords, and if they do not find it, they generally do not select it. Okay, you do not need to have this. You can just remove this. Let's come under experience summary. So this is your experience summary, and this is your I think this is something known as objective, right? So do not write any objective. Nobody needs to know. You have worked for a company known as Onova Solutions. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. And you can see whenever you create a resume, just take a look at these red lines. So red line means there is something wrong with this line. If I add a space over here, it is coming over here, right? And this is another problem with this resume. You have to have a space between that. All right. So the title is Associate Systems Engineer, which is okay. 2021 to present, and you have given the date, which is perfectly all right. But I would suggest do not give the date, just give the month. That's all. Nobody wants to know the date. Month is fine. How that helps you, because in future, if you want to take a break for 15 days or 20 days, and that comes that 15 and 20 days comes under 30 days, which is 1 month, right? And if you want to write the date, a recruiter can ask you like what exactly you have been doing from 2nd of January to 28th of January. Why is there 15 days break? Do not do that. All right, so you can write just the name of the month. Okay, and do not write it from here. You can post it over here itself. This will save you some space because this is a 3-page resume. 3-page resume is too big. If you have a lot of experience, I think the max I can go is 2 pages, but in order to catch the maximum attention, go for a 1-page resume. All right, so these are the major problems. Why this is so much space over here? Why there is so much space over here? I don't understand. Also, if I select this font, this is Trebuchet MS at 11. Okay, if I select this font, this is Calibri 12. Why this is happening over here? You not need to do this. I mean, make sure that you use only a single font throughout the project. Okay, description: creating a CI/CD pipeline to build and test a website. The first thing that I'm missing over here is your GitHub link. Okay, so you do not have GitHub link over here. So whenever you tell someone that I have done this, make sure that you have some sort of POC or some sort of code that you can put on your GitHub and show them at the time of interview that okay, this is something I have done, because the interviewer will go through a resume, and if there would be some link, he or she will always go through that link and check, okay, this person has done this much on DevOps or cloud field, this is the code base, and this is something. So I'm seeing that is missing over here. Implementation of Git workflow, why this is in bold, I do not understand, and why setting Ansible is in bold and the other stuff is not. So make sure that everything is all right. And and you do not need to know this, you do not need to put this arrows, you can just put the dots or just give it a number 1 2 3. Again, there is no space over here, and it's showing me red, so I think you can give a space after everything. This would really help. And I'm sorry to say, this is not a very impressive example of a resume, why there is so much space over here. AWS skills, this is the idea is good behind this, that you are explaining that you have done this much, worked on these kind of services. This is good, but ideally it should be put into this part. You do not need to waste this much of space. All right, let's move on to second. Project 2, project 3. This is kind of a bad idea of explaining things like what exactly have you done in project 2, project 3. Nobody wants to know how many projects you have done. Everyone wants to know that if you have worked on some project, what exactly you have done. So take out 1 or 2 best things from that project and just give a name. For example, you have given a description, designing an architecture on AWS which can send notification to patient based on doctor's feedback. That's all. That's perfect. You do not need to push this. If an interviewer is interested enough in your project, he or she will ask you what exactly you have done. Then at the time of that, you can speak about this. Nobody wants to know what is the nitty-gritties that you have done. If they are interested, they will ask you in a interview itself. All right, so you can just remove this and push this as well. You do not need to write this project or something. Make one column, write everything inside that. Do not need to put project 1, project 2 until and unless you are a fresher and you have nothing to fill in your resume. All right, same thing goes with the project 3. Minor project, again, I mean, if you are a fresher, then I think you can put minor projects, because you have to show something that whatever POCs you have done. But if you are an experienced person, do not write minor project, because if that's some sort of POCs, then put a link of GitHub. They'll go there, they'll check whether all the projects you have done is perfectly fine or not. That's one thing you need to know. Just remove this. Technical skills, that's one good thing, but why are you repeating everything that you have written over here? You have written over here as well, here as well, here as well. So one thing at many places creates a ruckus in your resume. This is not good. Also, the first thing that a person need to know is your technical skills. Nobody wants to know your experience summary first. People look for your technical skills, so put that in front. Okay, again, certification, make a separate column for this, and you have to tell them what kind of certification. Certification from IntelliPat. IntelliPat, I think, looks like an institution or something. I don't know, but does IntelliPat has a worldwide? I'm not sure about this worldwide. What do we call it? I cannot remember the name. Anyway, if you have done anything from a proper, let's say Google or Microsoft or Azure, then put their name. Otherwise, if you are doing something from an institute, nobody knows about that institute. See, I come from a small place from western part of UP, and if I have done some sort of training from some sort of XYZ institute from there, someone who is sitting in Bangalore will know that what institute is that. No one will know. Nobody cares. If you have done exactly something from something which is renowned, renowned was the word which I was looking for. Does this institute is renowned all over the world? If you go to the US tomorrow, and I believe that you will go someday, would that person know that what exactly is this institution? Do not write that. Even if you have done from someone who is very well known in India or in some other country or something, if until unless it's worldwide known, do not write that. Nothing against from this institute. Whatever they are doing, they might be doing good, and well wishes for them. All right. Uh, let's go to educational qualification, and this is fine, but taking a lot of space. You can just in one line you can write BE or Bachelor of Engineering or Bachelor of Technology, the branch, the College of Engineering. Either write college, either write university. One thing, and this can come in one line. When did you pass it? Okay. The other thing is, if you are worried about that, you have done something from mechanical, electrical, electronics, or something somewhere else, do not write your branch. Okay, until unless you are doing the core job in that branch only. Okay, and if you're going into IT, many times what happens, a lot of recruiters do not, if they do not see computer science, IT, or information science in that, they reject the resume. Do not write that. But if they call you and your resume gets selected, you might get a pass through because you have not written your branch. Until unless they ask you. If they ask you, be truthful, never lie in the resume. Until unless you are very confident about it and you have done it, never lie in a resume. This mechanical thing, I think should be removed. PCM, I think everyone knows that if you have physics, chemistry, maths, then only you would be able to do engineering. So nobody needs to know that. I don't know what is all subjects. Okay. This is not good. Should remove all three of them. Just write Pune University, CBSC 12, 14. This one line for each thing. Okay, you will save a lot of space. Achievement and award. So if you are less than 2 years of experience, this is fine. But like if I am running any sort of IT company, would I be interested that whether you have won anything in football or anything in eternity football? I'm not a fan of most of the sports, but I do play a few of them. Never heard about eternity football, so nobody is interested in that. Just remove it. Participated in TCS IT Viz Pro. Okay, you participated in, but did you win? Did you get any place? If you get a gold medal, silver medal, or bronze medal, or top 10 places or top 5 places in thousands of people, then you can write this. Otherwise, I've participated in tons of things, but did I win it? So, did I win it? No. So do not write that. You can just remove this until unless that achievements and awards is global. Yeah. So I don't want to sound harsh, but this is what people look in a resume. Okay. Again, personal information. See, personal information is not necessary in your system, in your resume system. You have given your name over here as well, and at the top you have given your name over here. So why are you writing your name twice? No one is interested. If you get selected in a company, they will again ask you to fill a form. In that you can write everything: English, Hindi, Marathi, you are an Indian nationality, or this is something. Just remove the whole column. Nobody is interested. Okay. So if you remove all of this, whatever I have told, this will come to 1 or 1.5 pages, which is still better than whatever you have written over here. Okay, so this email ID is not his email ID, viewers. Please, this is not his email ID. This is something that I just wrote on my own. So do not start mailing on them. All right, don't do that. Okay, so I hope Mr. PD, you have noted down all the points which I have told about this, and you will do something to your resume. All right, so let's directly jump into the second one. Okay, so the person who has given me this resume has given me in a form of a PDF file. So I converted this PDF file into a Word file. So a few things would be here and there. All right, so let's just jump into the video, and first of all, we'll talk about the positive things. First of all, this resume is one-page resume, which is very good thing. So that's one good point about it. The second thing is the color scheme is good, which I liked, and this is kind of catchy. The font that has been used and the color that has been used is perfectly all right. Now let's do a bit of review from top to bottom. So the initial of the person is NR. I'm not going to tell the exact name. Software engineer is fine, but I don't understand why is it in caps. So I can see a lot of things are in caps. So I won't be pointing it out in every part which I'll review. I'll be pointing out only the part in the first place. Okay, so never use caps until and unless you're trying to make a point. But whenever you are in writing something in the resume, do not use that, because in the world of ethics of computer language or written language, when you write anything in a caps form, uppercase form, it means that you are shouting on the person. So that's one thing that you need to remember. All right, so apart from that, let's go to the other topic, which is your icon for email or messaging, which is perfect. I have removed the email ID from here so that people do not message you a lot. Bengaluru is fine, but I would have appreciated if you would have written something related to your GitHub over here, your GitHub link, and so that I can click on that and go to your GitHub and everything is all right. Phone number is fine. I have removed your phone number, and LinkedIn link is fine. This is perfect. Okay, so this is that one thing that you need to know. Let's move forward. So your education is in caps, should not be like that. I won't be pointing out in future over here, but if you have used it anywhere, you can remove it and just use the lowercase form. All right, so Bachelor of Technology, Computer Science, SRM, Institute of Science and Technology. I think there are 2-3 SRMs in India. This is fine. This is fine. But I want it to be on the right side and not on the left side. Why? Because I suppose that this SRM is India based, and in India we follow a format of reading left to right, not right to left. So the first thing that I'll see your education, which I am not interested as much as I want you to I want to evaluate your technical skills. So this part should come over here onto your left. Okay, so yeah, that's another thing that you need to know. Work experience, you started your career as a system engineer in TCS, which is fine. 821 is present, perfectly all right. Bangalore is fine. Tata Consultancy Services, a global leader. I don't know why this is in Trebuchet MS and this is in Microsoft Sans Serif. So use one font throughout the resume. Okay, nobody needs to know that what exactly Tata Consultancy Services does, because if you are in the world of IT, everyone knows what exactly TCS is. Even people who are outside India knows about that. So no need to write this until unless someone asks you. Okay, achievements or tasks, use only tasks, or you can write description word. Using DevOps tools to automate the server is not an achievement, so remove that. And you can remove this as well. You can just write the project. Okay, automate the server is like kind of a very large term, and there are a lot of things that can be done in automation. So this does not serve any purpose to me. I can ask a lot of questions what exactly it's been done over here. This is more of an ambiguous sentence, so try to modify the sentence. Ansible playbook to install required exporter, which will help in fetching metrics from the existing application, is perfect. This is how you explain things. Okay, but do not write these long sentences. If you can optimize it, perfect. Okay, software engineer with intern with W should not be capital, with full-time offer, Quinbay technology, perfect. Nobody needs to know what exactly Quinbay is or Quinbay does, so just remove that. Achievement tasks, again the same thing. Worked as SDET to perform mobile automation using Appium, Cucumber and Selenium. Checked end-to-end performance of the application. Okay, so this is something internship that you did. So your internship was of 6 months. Amazing, this is good. And one more thing, if your internship is like for 1 or 2 months, it's fine. But if it goes more than 3 to 6 months, people can ask a lot of questions on your internship. Okay, so that's one thing I have faced and seen people asking. So that's one thing, so be ready. Worked at SDET. So SDET is, I think, is software development engineering test. I think the SDET is someone who knows a bit of coding as well and more on the testing part. So expect a lot of questions that why did you switch your career to DevOps over here when you were already an SDET. This can be a question. Okay, also see that there is a red thing over here. Why exactly? Right click. Appium is an application name or a software name or a framework name. Make sure you make it capital. Remove the unnecessary spaces. Cucumber and Selenium is also should be in capital. Checked end-to-end performance of the application. What's wrong with the performance? I think there is a spelling mistake. Fix that. Worked as a data analyst to make dashboard using Tableau and SQL. I think this Tableau and SQL is related to big data, I guess, or something. So I'm confused like what exactly you were trying to do. You were trying to play with data part, you were trying to do testing part. Here you can say that data science project. I am confused like what exactly you were trying to do and why you were talking doing so much. Okay, so I'm confused in this. If you have done a lot of things, you can write that these are the technologies that I've worked on. But again, this is learned app development in a 2-week project. So I don't know how you can learn mobile app development in a 2-week project. That's not possible. Running an app in a mobile development environment or Android development environment is not exactly mobile app development. So I mean, this should be removed or framed properly. Trained on Java to build Spring Boot application. This is good, but expect a question: what exactly is a Spring Boot application? What's the difference between Java's normal application or Spring Boot application or applications? They can ask you a lot of questions because you have used S applications, not just an application. But quite confused over this part, so you can reframe it. Personal project is perfect, it's fine, but I would suggest give a GitHub link over here so that people can already go before coming here and see that you have done some personal project. CI/CD with Jenkins, Docker, Ansible, Kubernetes, 06 to 07, I think within 1 month. If this is done within Jenkins, Docker, Ansible, Kubernetes within 1 month, I am not sure how much you have got the expertise on this topic. You must have just brushed over the surface, or whatever the video have told you have done that. So expect a lot of questions on this, because this is something that cannot be mastered within 1 month. I mean, someone who has I can understand that your CGPA is very good, but this is not something that can be mastered within 1 month. So you can expect a lot of questions on this. How did you do that? Git, Jenkins, Maven is a name of 3 different technologies. Just give a comma over here. J should be capital, G, M should be capital. And one more thing, like whenever I write something like this, so tomorrow if I write that I have written some code that has taken humanity from Earth to Mars or Moon, I can make a claim like that. But people can ask me, okay, where is the code that you have written? If I would have given a link of GitHub, people would have gone there, checked, okay, this guy is definitely writing something that has taken humanity from Earth to Mars or to the Moon. All right, so always give the GitHub link. People can make a lot of claim, and I have seen a lot of stuff written in the resume, and when you come to the real talk, you might have heard about it. Stop talking, show me the code, something like that. Okay, so Ansible automation to deploy the node exporter. I think I read it somewhere as well. Okay, same thing, right? You can put this Ansible over there, remove this part, or write completely over here. You can do that. I think this is more of a related thing. Machine learning and deep learning, Chiron or Kirion. I am sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. 06 2000 for 1 month. Okay, this is perfectly well. All right. Okay, and again, this is a red flag. So in the month of 6th to 7th month in 2019, okay, this is fine. Yeah, this is fine. I got confused between 2022 and 19. This is good. Know your movie will assist cinephile to have all the details of the requested movie, such as overview, genre, release date, rating. Okay, got it. Again, people can ask you that why did you move to DevOps when you were doing internship in as an SDET, and then you have any idea about machine learning or something. People can ask you a lot of questions. Expect questions on MLOps as well. So this can happen, and you can see the space between these things. You can see the space between these things. This is size 9. This is size 8. Why this is happening over here? Don't do that. Okay. This is fine. This is fine. AZ900 is something should be removed from here, because AZ900 is not exactly a technical skill. AZ900 is more of a certification. So remove this line, write certification, not certificates. And Ansible, Jenkins, Docker, Terraform, Linux, Git, Docker, Kubernetes is fine. Machine learning is not a part of this. It can be a part of your MLOps. So this should come at the end. Prometheus and Grafana can come forward. SQL can come forward. Machine learning should at the end, because it's not doing anything over there unless you are doing exactly a project, which I don't think you were doing according to this resume. And if you're doing, just write that. This is fine. Just write certifications over here. Achievements, good departmental rank is undergraduate. you have a very good CGPA, which is 9.3, and people who have generally over 9 or 9.5 generally have a departmental rank. But until and unless you bagged gold, silver, or bronze, do not write that. Because if I won a consolation prize and come fifth in any race or any sprint or dash or hurdles, a meter race, nobody will give me any sort of medal. So until unless you are in top 3, then only write this, otherwise remove this line. Versatile to work in different technologies in a fast competitive environment. I don't know what exactly you mean by fast competitive environment, because what I've seen is when people write we are a very fast competitive environment, mostly translate to a toxic environment. And there is a concept of burnout, which is more of a Western concept, but I have seen people getting burnout who you put just for 3 months in a fast competitive environment. So make sure that you use your word correctly, because if there are a lot of people, there are a lot of finicky interviewers over there who can catch you in this and just can grill you for no freaking reason. Okay, perfect. Got selected among top 10 for Amazon campus mentorship. This is quite ambiguous to me. I don't know what ACMS is. I might Google it, I might not if I have time. Mostly people won't, so they will ask you a question, what exactly is this? So they can ask you like, you gave the mentorship, you were the mentor, or you took mentorship from someone. What exactly is that? Doesn't serve any purpose until unless you are a fresher and you want to just fill your resume with everything that you had done. But I don't see any use of this, because does not serve a purpose. Looks like you have close to 1 or 2 years of experience, so I don't think you need this. So yeah, you can further reduce this, make the size proper. If you already have a pen and paper with you, note down the points, fix this can be an extremely good resume but lacks a few things which you can do and edit. All right, so at the end, folks, I would like to say that if you would have been my younger brother or my younger sister, I would have given you the same advice. I'm not an industry expert, and if you do not agree with what I say, it's totally fine. It's totally okay. I do not have a problem with it. But if you do, give it a thumbs up, give this video a thumbs up, write your comment that, if you feel anything, you have any question, write that down. I always read the comments and try to reply all of them. All right. So if there is anything, feel free to comment below and we will address that. So thanks guys, and I'll see you in the next one.